Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to the Cyber Gamer Premier League, Rocket League, at the Australian Technology Park here in Sydney. My name is Neba, and that is the boys that are sitting right next to me, and we're here to bring you the winners semi-final between Team Sequential and Team Invidious. First, before we do, though, we haven't actually pimped them out at all.
No, the sponsors.
All stream, but the sponsors who made this event happen, we have to give them a big shout. Of course, big shout out to Mwave, Nvidia, MSI, AOC, Plantronics, Turtle Beach, AK Racing, who are these fantastic seats that we get to sit on all day. It's fantastic. Logitech, and of course Netgear, providing the gear that actually keeps the LAN running. So big shout out to all of those. Thank you guys. Without you, this would not have happened. And look, we wouldn't be sitting here. We seem to, boys, let's get started here. Let's have a quick chat about these two sides. We have Sequential and Team Invidious. Tell us about what we just saw.
Well, coming through Team Invidious, really strong play, keeping the ball play to themselves. When playing another one off our last game, doing really well. So they dictated the pace to another one and just held them out. But the scoring opportunity
keeping them in that one, and that is what they needed to do. They held on. 1 goal is all it takes, but 1 goal is very, very close of a margin.
Yep.
When you've got a team like Sequential, who are essentially, they are the attacking force.
Well, I don't think I've ever seen Sequential not score.
I've seen it a couple of times. It's rare.
It's rare on them to have a zero.
But it doesn't happen that often, I must say.
Oh. Well, it's exciting to see Coleslaw with the goal and the solid goal on that. And shots and saves all limited as well. So there's a lot of midfield and corner work with that game, which is different to what we saw in the first one, where there was a lot of opportunities for the team. So
that's very true. So look, as you see, not a lot of stats there on the scoreboard as we're about to go live for game number 3, and that kind of just shows you the type of match that we had. The boys about to get live into server, and we'll get going. Get going live on your screens right now for game number 3, locked at 1 game apiece. And that's what we said. Invidious needed to come back after that 3-2 loss, after that comeback, and they held on. They proved that they can hold on like that. So
it'll be interesting to see how they dictate this round. If they can hold the momentum and continue to go forward and actually peg a game in the middle of the series against Sequential, it really puts the heat on Sequential.
If they can get 2 in a row now in that kind of fashion, if this is another low-scoring affair, and if they can keep that kind of pressure on, that kind of breaks Sequential a little bit. I mean, they are so confident in their aerial and their attacking skill that if they keep the scores low, you start to doubt yourself, like, can we actually break this defense? And that's something that Sequential does not want.
And it's not that, it's also an emotion level that we've got here. Like, they're hyping themselves.
Orion, sorry to interrupt you, Bizer. He had a long-range aerial shot there. Sorry to interrupt you, but it just bounced off towards the left-hand side of goal. But they're still lurking here, SQL. You know what? When it doesn't work, attack harder. Pretty much seems to be their motto at the moment.
The ball's sitting there in the corner. Soma's working with a touch. Hits in the middle. Sparks and Orion made it. It just pinches out to the side and a powerful pinch straight back in. Sparks with the work. Soma with a save. Just in the nick of time for Sequential because Invidious are looking dangerous, neighbour.
Yeah, they are. Invidious, and like we said, they're a defensive team who like to capitalize on your mistakes. SQL like to try and force the issue a little bit here, and Sequential seem to be making a few little errors. Nothing too serious at the moment, but not capitalizing on positional advantage that they have over Invidious. And Invidious now, they are looking dangerous because when they're in area, and Aaron, he has been a driving force of this attack. Aaron goes up, and so does Orion. Does he get the tip? Here comes Soma, can't close. Great defense by Invidious. Still just can't close out. Oh, great save by Orion on the line. Couldn't be any closer. Oh, in saying that, Sparks. Again, trying to push it, and SQL, knocked out of the way was Aaron. Good position was Sparks.
They've got the defense.
Yeah, like we said, they're just so good at their defense. SQL are trying to adapt to this. They are doing very well. But SQL now having to show some defensive chops of their own. French fries goes up again, misses to the right. That ball still sitting in front of goal. Hashtag the Bizer face coming out here, ladies and gentlemen. SQL Aaron getting the little cheeky demo on to Coleslaw there. Oh, good little redirect there by Orion. Oh, sorry, not by Soma, I should say, for Orion. Again, defensive efforts, the first and the second efforts by Aaron. Up goes Soma. Just missing it off. Orion will have to be clearing this. He does. Sparks keeping it in that blue area. And we are 2 minutes and 25 seconds from the end of map number 3. And we are still locked at 0 apiece. No one yet to break the deadlock. Soma puts in that long-range shot. Aaron tried to knock them out of the way. Couldn't do it. But here comes Soma once again. Can't push that ball into that orange net. Sequential looking dangerous. The flow of momentum certainly with them at the moment, but Invidious can change it in an instant. Soma with a great clearing ball there, Bizer. And with 2 minutes to go, Invidious looking to capitalize on some position.
Great run of play the last 2 minutes here from both teams, attacking really well, neighbour. And it's the way they're working. It's absolutely fantastic Rocket League action here today.
Soma!
It's a shot comes from Soma!
There you go, Aaron.
Have a look at the pass from Aaron.
Aaron started it off. Aaron with the wall flick, and Soma into the air. Just dunks that ball into the orange goal.
It was just the pressure from both teams. It has continued to put the pressure on. We're going to eventually see the crack.
The deadlock has been broken, and SQL are the ones who come out on the better of it. French Fries, though, tries to put a shot of his own on, but Aaron there. I'd have to say Aaron has for me, Aaron has been one of those players that used to always he didn't play second fiddle, but he wasn't as flashy as Soma.
Yep.
But now Aaron himself has certainly started to have
Stepping
some
it up
plays.
today.
Look at that, Aaron again! That's what I'm talking about. He's actually doing these plays now where he's so much more confident in the air.
Wow.
And that had a chance of going in had Soma not even been there. That could have hit the crossbar and gone back the other way.
Well, Soma's just making sure.
Yes.
In finals, mate, make sure.
Look, there's no such thing as sniping when it comes to a grand final. Just get that ball in the net and give your team the points.
We're not going to go by the 7.
Any kind of final.
Clear.
This is the winners bracket semi-final. All right, mate. You just have to call me out on everything.
I know.
That's what he's here for. You're here to keep me grounded, pretty much.
That's it, mate. Keep you level.
Speaking of grounded, Orion smacks that one off of the floor, up off the top crossbar, and SQL looking for a third goal here.
Ball's placed out. French tries with a touch, pops it up. Invidious looking to set. Over the top, Soma with a clear. Sparks in a nice position coming through to second hit. Soma's popped up front. Aaron's trying to keep it out. This is coleslaw at the finish. And Invidious back in. And it's just a strong attack set from Sparks. The second effort as well. And even though the second effort didn't go straight in front, it was the rebound and the quarter of play for Sequential players that helped it in front and capitalised on the goal.
Exactly right. And Invidious still time on the board. Still time to bring this one back if they want it. They've just basically got to roll the dice here, and they can't really play too defensively. I mean, I can't see Sequential making too many mistakes at this point in the game. They've got to force the issue and got to force them out. And that's what I'm talking about. Aaron with the third. Look at this. That's what I'm talking about. You've got to force the issue here. You can't play
over the top,
you just can't play too slow, and you can't give them that option. And Aaron just capitalise on the floater, just sitting on the right-hand side, drops it into the goal, 3-0. That should be the game sealer, you would think.
Well, just looking at the play style of Sequential and Aaron, he's been on top of all the plays, and especially in the battles. He's getting on top of it, so he's dangerous at the moment. Really dangerous now.
He's certainly on his way for three MVP votes using that good old system. But Aaron has certainly come out of the blocks, and look, the amount of assists he had in this game, as well as pretty much a couple of really clutch moments. I think he is certainly been forcing the issue here. Sequential taking the GGs there as the time runs out. 2-0. Sequential now 1 game away from a grand final berth, and arguably what a lot of people would be expecting. However, they didn't have it easy in that game, and Invidious are not making an easy one either.
No, they're not. They're not at all, but it's just the play with Sequential. They're getting on top, and they've continued to push out. We're just got to see what Team Invidious got to do. They've done it in the second game. They just need to repeat it.
Yep, so we're just making sure that the boys are all good, making sure that everyone's all good, make sure there's no lag or anything like that. Just see how it goes. Maybe a bit of banter going on in server at the moment. 12 ping. Lagging much, mate. But we'll see how they go.
It's a difference when you come from Western Australia.
Just make sure that everything's all right at the moment. But in saying that, so Sequential now currently lead 2-1, 1 game away from the grand final berth, which, as we said, a lot of people would be expecting them to be there. But if Invidious can keep, if they can keep playing the way they have, looks like we've just had a crashed game client. So we'll just make sure that they're all ready to go very shortly. But if Invidious can keep that kind of defensive pressure going, they just can't have it sitting. They just can't have it sitting in their back half. They've got to, at the midfield is where they got to go. So I think the boys, they're all in server. Yep, they're all in server. They're all ready to go. So we'll get off our marks. We'll get back into the get back into the server. We'll show you the game as we're about to go live now into game number 4. Yes, there we go. They've sorted out the issues.
I'll quickly bring out your point.
I was going to say, just very quickly, big shout out to Supernova. That guy has done so much work at the moment. One of CG admins has done so much, and he's quick to help out the boys. Make sure
it's a remake of the server.
It looks like we're going to do it.
Yeah, we've got a remake.
Yeah, we're going to have to do a remake.
So everyone needs to get out.
So we'll bring our faces back. Hey, how you going? I'm Neba. That's Bizer if you didn't know. But,
so it's just talking on your point in terms of how the teams need to play. Like Invidious, they're going to keep it in the forward half. And it's that pressure. If they hold, Sequential can go back on the line and clear it.
Yes.
But as soon as they get past that middle line, that's when they're dangerous. So if Invidious just continue to hold that defensive pressure in that middle line, they will keep on top of the game.
I'd be very interested to see the amount of shots for the entirety of the team, those stats, because I think you'd find that Invidious would have a lower shot percentage than Sequential, but their shots count because they're not very quick, and that's the thing. We're very, very used to seeing Sequential. They take to the air, and they take to the air often. But Invidious, on the other hand, take to the air only when they're certain that they're either two things will happen. They get positional advantage by pushing it forward, or they stop Sequential or whoever they're playing against from getting positional advantage on them. That's kind of the why. Like, if you go up and, like we said, like we saw how Soma got on top of two players and dunked the ball down. And that's the thing about aerial battling in Rocket League. You need the height. Height advantage is very important. And so if you're late to an aerial battle, you're really either there for two things. Just to put a bit of pressure and hope that he stuffs his shot. Or the second thing is maybe he hits it into you and then you can redirect it away from the goal. And that's the two things why Invidious, I don't think they take to the air, but only when they know they've got a really, really good position. Whilst we're getting all of that stuff sorted out, guys, again, we will give a big shout out, of course, to the sponsors of the CGPL. Of course, Mwave, Nvidia, MSI, AOC, Plantronic, Turtle Beach, AK Racing, Logitech, and Netgear. All of the sponsors. Without them, we wouldn't be able to have the events that we do. And I have to admit, this has been a pretty good event so far. So, of course, we still have quite a few games to come. So we've had looks like one of the PCs have crashed, so we're just currently sorting out the technical issues. And when that happens, we'll get live straight in. But let's have a look. Let's have a look at the Twitters. Bring up the Twitters. Let's have a look. So we've got. I've got a big shout out to Jam Gaming, to Flip from All Stars. So he's watching his games at the local TAB.
Spend some money on Sequential to win the grand final.
Good man. We've also got, as you can see, Vincent there. He's got hashtag another one win, hashtag CGPL RL. Of course, if you're on Twitter, hashtag CGPL RL, that we will be having a look. And it's great to see that, who we got?
Give us your predictions as well.
Yeah,
who do you think is going to come through into the grand final? Like, Sequential in the box seat right now with Beanie in the front. But out of the other teams coming through the losers brackets, who's going to get through?
Look, part of me wants to go another one, just because they're the underdog, and I think we all love an underdog. But in saying that, we haven't seen Supremacy play since game one. So they haven't played since, obviously, the first game. We haven't seen a lot of them.
Yep.
Given the way that B-Bears, Mickey B, Sifo, they've been playing, I honestly think they could be a little bit of a dark horse. If they get the better of another one, which they could, they have to get the jump on them.
Well, you got two new teams playing.
Yeah, exactly, and they could also get the jump on Invidious. Invidious arguably are a little bit stronger. I rate Invidious now, having seen them play now. They've been pracking hard from the end of the season, and I would rate, and having a look at those games, they are on Sequential's level. There's no doubt about that, to say that Sequential, yes, are still number one, but now we have another contender, and they're at that similar level. The aerials are good. The positional play is good. And even then, the angle play off the corner is fantastic to watch from Invidious. They're absolutely killing it at the moment. But, ladies and gentlemen, if you're in Twitch chat, I want to hear who your MVP has been so far. Let's see. I want to hear it. And I want to see who the crowd favorite is. And we have our favorites.
Yep, definitely.
And I've certainly got, as I probably mentioned him in stream, but I want to hear what your favorite is. So if you're in Twitch chat, just want you to let me know, who you think is playing. Who do you think is one of your standouts so far?
What, in all the games?
Yeah, in all games. So who do you think has been one of your standout players?
Aaron.
Aaron?
Yeah. Well, as much as we got MVPs for Soma and all the other boys, Aaron's been outstanding. Just to play
consistently,
on top of the aerial justs, he defensively wraps around really well.
Yep.
And he's setting out really nicely with his team. So he's the danger player for Sequential at the moment. The other two are dangerous as well, but Aaron's the one that if you want to stop any momentum with Sequential, you've got to stop him.
Yep. For me, it has to be French Fries from Invidious.
Yep.
He nearly single-handedly gave his side a semi-final berth. Coleslaw has been picking up, and so has Spark. Spark actually picked up against Sequential. Probably came out to play against the big boys.
We're seeing a lot of work from Sparks in the midfield.
Yeah, and he's been playing in that midfield quite a bit. However, for me, it has to be that the standout has been French Fries. He puts himself in the right position. But looks like we may be nearly getting ready to go very shortly. We'll just double checking, making sure the boys are all starting to get into server. Looks like they're about to fix up some of those issues. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to hear in Twitch chat as well your predictions. Do you think we're going to be seeing a 3-2? Do you think we're going to be seeing a 3-1? Who's going to win? I want to see it in Twitch chat. We'll read out some of them as they come out. We've actually seen Flip, as you can see, Bizer. You've actually been given an MVP vote from Eric. How nice is that? We've also got Aaron. It seems to be a bit of a fan favourite as well. Tommy B says French fries and coleslaw. The Steve says Mickey Mate. So, look, we've got a couple of favourites out there. Daizu says Woeful. Oh, the love from Daizu and Woeful. Aren't they nice?
And they're both sitting in the crowd on their phones.
Sitting in the front row. How nice is that? To see the boys. It's good to see them. But look, we've got our first predictions. Examinations says a 5-0. Wow, he's a bit off at there at the moment. But we've got Tornado Hunters 3-1 to Invidious. So the turnaround, it won't be 3-1. It's currently locked at 2-1 to Sequential. So we'll be seeing either a 3-1 to Sequential or a 3-2 turnaround.
Just going forward, after this game, we'll be having Team Supremacy in another one and getting them in for the losers brackets working through. So we're going to get into game now, but the boys, I believe, are ready to go.
Yep.
All joining up. So let's jump in, guys, and get into this match number 4.
Yep, so enough of us talking about it. Let's get into map number 4. Game number 4. Match 4, as you can see in the bottom, between Sequential and Invidious. Of course, Aaron, Orion, and Soma taking on Coleslaw, French Fries, and Sparks as they go face off. Coleslaw and Orion take on the initial duties, and away we go here into match number 4. I keep saying map. This is what I've always said.
Yeah, I know.
You know, even when it's like, well, in saying that, because sometimes we do change the actual map, but we're just sticking on the man field here for the league.
Oh, you can just say game number 4 of the series.
Yeah, look,
That's better.
I could.
We get it right. Dirty demo, Coleslaw.
I could, but then you'd have no one to banter. So you've got to give you something to give you some ammo. But 30 seconds in here, Sequential and Invidious once again after that little break, probably just.
Oh, Coleslaw! Ah, he gets a goal.
I'm left speechless. I'll say they're probably going to feel it out. Nope, no, they do not.
Nope.
Coleslaw, the solo effort.
Over the top and the dunk in as well.
Oh, just
made
cause.
Sure.
Just cause. Where's Pulse? Hope you're watching, mate. You've got a top 5 to make after this. Maybe a top 10 given the finals. It's going to be. Tell you what.
I'm pretty sure they do the final series for every league that goes through. So.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how it goes. But Invidious off to the start. They need this map to tie it up and force the game into game number 5. When that happens, if that happens, I should say, Sequential will really be feeling the heat because there is arguably a lot of pressure. That ball sitting in front of goal, and French Fries once again coming through. And he's the player we were talking about, Danger Man. Sparks, though, did the job to keep the ball there, but French Fries saw the gap, put it to the left of the players, gives Invidious 2-0. Before the 4-minute mark is over. Buys a great start to the boys from Invidious.
Yeah, it's a good start, and we're seeing most games that they're actually been in front, and in Sequential have had to play up the catch-up game. So it's really good showings from Invidious. They just need to hold and then to keep grinding, and as we said before, cut the play off, cut the supply of Sequential, keep it in the forward half. Summer with a touch, working it forward for here for Sequential. He pops it up. This is dangerous play off the top, cleared. Well, Orion cleared it accidentally, I believe, and he heads back out defensively. Aaron works it to the other side, over the top. Coleslaw reading it nicely, just stalking the ball out. Aaron goes to meet it first. Ryan trying to backpedal, but Soma's there in the process. Back over the top. French Fries looking to try and hit that in. It's cleared out by Aaron, and now here's Sequential for the attack. It's looking more promising. The setup from Aaron is nice, and Orion to finish.
There
Sequential
it is.
looking dominant from the forward half there.
Look at this. There's Aaron working it off the wall, and then Orion just actually flat. There's the flat shot. Actually pushed it down onto one of Invidious' players. But that's the first goal of the 2 that they need to equalize this one back up. And here comes the face-off once again. Soma and Sparks take it up, and Sparks getting the better of it, but up goes Orion once again. Great aerial play to Soma. Oh, wow, what a great save by Sparks there, pushing it away to the left-hand side of that orange goal. But they are not done yet. Soma still getting higher and higher into the air. Orion just can't finish it off. That combination has been deadly all season. And once again, Invidious, again, slowing the pace down. But that just gives SQL the chance to get back into this one. That's not what they need.
It's still half a game, neither. Yeah, still half a game. They're letting them control it.
Well, in saying that, I think they're slowing it down to get the control, but SQL are just caught up onto them. And it also gives them the chance just to rotate, get back onto defense and set up. You've got to push the advantage if you have it, that number advantage. And against a team like SQL, as we see,
it's tough.
Yeah.
Oh, open goals. French Fries can't capitalise. He's working his way up for the second touch. Out comes Soma with a save. He had to come because French Fries was going to go for home. It's back still defensively. Sparks crosses up. Here's Coleslaw. The tap will be nice. It's off the top. Who's coming through? No one. It's cleared out here by Sequential and Orion. He gets his second touch. Works it forward. He's looking for the play as well. Can't. Coleslaw. Too quick scoring opportunities from both teams. They're both desperate for goals here, Neva.
Yes, they are. And Soma pushes that off the back wall looking for a solo play.
Oh!
Can't finish it off. Just on the left-hand side of the goals there. Hitting the left-hand post. That will bounce it off, and Invidious given a little bit of a reprieve there with 1 minute and 37 seconds remaining on the clock. Soma's not done though, pushing it down. Aaron though has to get back onto defense because that is a long-range shot from French Fries, and he is not done. Here he comes in once again, but Aaron,
good read.
Great work, great read there from the top.
Nicely touched, Soma with a momentum play forward. Just going to bounce it off, chase it up as well. Ball go wide, Stymie's in the corner. Aaron just looking to touch, he sets it. It's on target for a goal, but it's cleared out nicely. French Fries working it forward. Invidious want to hold this lead with a minute remaining. They've got to do a lot just to keep Sequential at bay. It's coming back over now. Orion with the touch. It's gone over the top. Sparks just keeping it there. Back and forth they go. Soma now works up the defensive hit going forward. French Fries. Well, that's dangerous. He's cleared over the top, and it's gone straight down to the attack of Soma. He can't capitalise. Back around it goes. Aaron with off the wall. Down on the floor, French Fries. This is dangerous. Give him a little bit of work on the floor. He plays around one, can't get around the second. The demo from Sparks just leveling out Soma, stopping Sequential from any quick rebound goal. Back in the defensive side, Soma now. It's all with him. He's going to do a little bit of work, but here's the touch. Coleslaw over the top. Orion has to go. Sets it in front dangerously. Sparks can't get their neighbour, and this is a tie contest from both teams right now.
Invidious not letting off the gas here. They got the one goal. They got to push the advantage.
Oh,
and that's the advantage they were talking about. They had the momentum. French Fries, again, he's been doing this a lot. Pushes it off the wall, the solo effort. Saw nice. Soma on the floor and just pushed it to the right-hand side of goal. 3 goals to 1. That's what we needed to see. And ladies and gentlemen, we've cracked the 200 mark on the Twitch stream. We're looking for 3. Keep getting your friends in here. We've got more Rocket League action coming your way with 10 seconds remaining here in game number 4 of the top 2 seeds of the Oceanic region playing for a spot in the grand final at the moment. Number 1 v number 2, and Invidious are taking it to the number 1s at the moment, SQL. There it is, and we are now locked up at 2 games apiece, and we will be going to the first decider in game number 5, Bizer, after the little bit of the technical difficulties now. Good round from all. A couple of great plays from Invidious there. French Fries again, 2 goals to 1 for Coleslaw there. And look, that just shows you he's it's coming off the back of some great play from Coleslaw and Sparks. But to finish it consistently is what's getting them through these matches.
Yeah, and that's exactly the point. It's just dangerous in how it is. It's the momentum they need to start from going from the start of the game.
Yep.
They've got to have the goals first. And I always say, and everything I always say for Sequential, they always grind back. So if they get in front, it's hard. So Invidious, they know what they need to do. They need to score first.
People may ask as well, how do you do a grind in a game such as Rocket League? And it is very interesting to see. It's like Sequential are a team that even if they put their backs against the wall, they just keep attacking and attacking.
This is pressure.
And they just keep going.
Continuous
they don't drop
pressure.
their heads and they just keep going. That's what we mean by the grind, which is that a lot of teams would think, you know, oh, we're down by 2 goals with a minute to go. We're out of this one. Whereas Sequential go, well, we've still got a minute to score 2 goals.
Oh, the fancy little play there, couldn't pull it off. It goes a little wide. Orion with a touch, hits it out. Coleslaw now setting up. Sparks is stalking. He's been called out. French Fries can't capitalise. Over the top he goes. Invidious, missed opportunity there, Neva.
Yeah, but that could have been the goal that look, we saw them win 1-0. That every goal is crucial in this match right now. The two teams, 1-0 is a score that can possibly give you the GGs. And now that we are locked at 2 apiece, it is literally, there's no more chances after this, Bizer. This is a grand final position, and you know, the advantage of having that extra life in this double elim. Soma though, long range aerial shot from the midfield. Can't get it in there. Great defensive pressure from Invidious. Oh, that's a little danger from Orion. I don't think he was expecting that. And that is the mistake. And Orion not happy with himself about that.
And Aaron's been caught out. Look,
he got it. Yeah, he got caught out in the wrong position. Sparks with a good tried to get up there, but Coleslaw gifted a goal. Wrapped up and packaged home to mama, and there you go.
Well, it looked like Sparks was looking to hit it and get a bit of a rebound. Instead, it was more of a fake, and Coleslaw was capitalised.
Unfortunately, I think it hit the wrong part of the wall than he was expecting it to, and it just went flying upwards, and that just gave them. He knew it was bad as soon as it happened, and unfortunately, so did Invidious, and they capitalised. 1-0 here with a minute and a half to go. Oh, sorry, a minute and a half gone, 3.5 to go.
Still plenty of time for Sequential, but this is what we're talking about. Invidious get on the scoreboard. Now you need to grind and put a couple more in the back net. Hold Sequential at bay. Really get them thinking what they need to do to try and pick this win. At the moment, they're in the forward line as Soma just works it off his bonnet. Not really to any of his players. Does a little interception play that's nice there. Ryan over the side. Here comes Aaron, pops up. But Sparks reading nicely, gets it forward. Soma wraps around for his team. Coleslaw, it's a nice shot on goal, and it has to be cleared out by Orion. Back out the side. Now it's time for Sequential to set something. Now, Aaron's left that. Not 100% sure if he meant to. But he's back in the middle. It's nice, but Coleslaw clears.
Maybe an out of boost.
Soma with the side. Out of boost?
I think he was out of boost at that point. I think it may have also been a call from Orion that he was coming through, so if he needed the help, that he had it. That's a danger little pop though, but Orion first to the ball, pushes that one towards the left-hand side of the field as we currently watch it. Orion now trying to go face-to-face with Sparks, but Sparks uses his momentum, pushing it a bit further. Again, watching the shot, well done by Sequential to keep that ball in the field of play. Pushing it across the face now. French fries coming across, needing to get this one out of goal. It's dangerous in front of goals, but Sequential not in the right position to capitalise. And Invidious now giving a little bit of a reprieve. Their 1-goal advantage still stands. 2 minutes and 10 seconds is all they need to hold on for. To basically grant themselves a place in the grand final, but that is a long time when you're playing Sequential.
Yeah, it's a long time indeed. 2 minutes left on the clock. Here's French fries with a touch. He works back down. Orion stalking, just waiting for him to make a move. They both miss the ball in the process, and he gets cleared out by Aaron just momentarily as Sparks works it forward and flies. Almost Soma with a save, holding Sequential from getting a 2-0 deficit here as it goes back up. Soma coming down. Aaron with a touch, pops up, dead in that corner. Back around comes Sparks, setting it forward. Orion with a defensive hit out. Coleslaw hits out to the side. All the pressure from Invidious right now. It's keeping the forward half. Never.
Yeah, it is. And Sequential, they're on the back foot here. Invidious are doing a fantastic job of keeping it in that blue half, and Sequential are struggling to get it out into the orange zone. They're attacking up. Here they go. Aaron goes to the air, can't connect it. Had he got the tip to it, that could have possibly
still looking dangerous.
Orion to Soma. Great defensive save there by French fries. Aaron though capitalizes! And there he goes. Aaron, the man we've been talking about, who seems to be turning up large here at the LAN finals, spots the gap, gets the flick, and Sparks and Coleslaw too far away to do anything about it. 1 minute and 4 seconds remaining, and we are locked up one apiece.
It's not the fact that was just a rolling goal. Like any rolling goal is just a goal, but like it's the point of the game that it's so close, so tied up, and the defense just wasn't there. He was able to roll that in. It's amazing in that, and they're getting that opportunity. Here's Soma! Flies through, just takes Sparks defensive clear.
Off the back of an Orion aerial, and an unlucky bounce off the cornerstone of the wall there. Rolled it in front of Soma. Sparks caught out of position, and Sequential have done the 2-goal turnaround, and now it is 2-1, and now Invidious are the ones here who have to make the moves. Otherwise, Sequential looking to go to the grand final.
Well, they're just looking at pegging it, and when I say that, I mean holding out Sequential. Here's a shot. It's going in! Oh! The
long bomb!
I don't know. That was just not expected, but had all the time in the world. And Soma, that was tough for him. I think he ran out of boost in the end. Couldn't get there with the boost.
The full length of the field, essentially. And now, just like that, we could have another overtime. That OT hype. That's how it goes, unfortunately. Orion push that ball just onto the edge, and here comes Sparks going up, but so did Soma. French fries did very well. The cool little position there. He had himself in the right area. Sparks though. Oh wow, that was a long bomb just off the top,
haven't seen that
over the top of the goal. Yeah, and that's the thing. Invidious don't generally bomb it in that long. That's kind of that's like another one thing to kind of do. Oh, Aaron puts it up. Orion! Can't get it in off the right-hand side. And here comes the last-ditch effort from Invidious. Aaron bats it onto the floor.
Still up.
Still in front of blue goal.
Overtime we go.
We go to overtime. 2-all Sequential and Invidious for a place in the grand final. There is no other overtimes or games after this. This is the 5th game here in the winners semi-final, and we've still got plenty of action after this one, I have to say. So there, the ball up goes Coleslaw, jumps it off to the left, but Aaron also comes in, gets a good tap, keeps it in the orange zone. Sparks and Orion go up. Sparks gets there first.
They want it.
Sparks is going to hit this back. French fries in waiting. Oh, he got there just in time.
Coleslaw.
Soma clears it. Good little clear from Soma. Aaron. The wall. Dangerous. This is dangerous for Sequential. Sparks with a great aerial tap, but Soma clears that one out. Pushes it out into the midfield. Invidious still waiting. He tried to get cheeky there. Tried to pull a bit of a little Lionel Messi on there. Couldn't do it. Sequential now trying to work their way out of this blue area. Try and get some attacking momentum going, but Invidious are not letting them do it. Sparks will hit that one back. He goes off the wall. Aaron tries to get something. That was dangerous. Just a little aerial tap. Aaron.
There it is!
Soma with it. There it is. Woohoo! Aaron again sets the play up. Aaron, there's the shot. And Sequential. Soma gets it. Oh, my beating heart. My God. That
Absolutely
was a fantastic match.
Just looked up to the hype, number 1, number 2 team in the OCE team.
It does prove that Invidious, if they can work their way through the lower bracket, it's going to be a fantastic grand final, either way that happens. I think Invidious showed us that, look, they were up 2-1. Sorry, no, they weren't up 2-1. They were down 2-1, and they responded to the pressure, and then they got back into. They got the 4th, and they were so close to getting that last one. But as we said, that's what happens. They got the equalizer to 2-all, but Sequential just closing out nice and strong, and
I'm not even going to ask you for MVP. I'm just going to straight away, Aaron.
Oh, it has to be. Again, that the Orion. I will say Orion's getting.
He's getting himself into it.
Yeah, he's getting there. He's missing a couple of those aerials that I think we've seen him hit all season long. I think that's one thing. I think he will try and pick that one up. But I have to, before we get going, I do have to mention that we do have an NVIDIA giveaway at the back of the hall that we are currently sitting in at the moment. Basically, you can go up there. There's a chance that you can actually win a GTX 964G for filling out one of the forms in the back. Also, though, there are the NVIDIA ANZ Facebook page. There is a chance to win a GTX 970.
And shout out to our sponsors, Mwave, Nvidia, MSI, AOC, Plantronics, Turtle Beach, AC Racing,
AK Racing.
AK
the
Racing.
chair you're sitting on,
yeah,
that thing. Just turn your head 180. There it is. There you go. You can't
Logitech and Netgear.
Can't read your own handwriting.
Hashtag the buys are fail. We'll have a new face on Twitch later.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're only going to take a quick 5 to 10 minute break as well, and then we've got our first elimination match of the day coming up. It's going to be Team Supremacy and another one, the crowd favourite and the underdog. So we'll see how that one goes. My name is Neba. That's Bizer. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Rocket League action here at the Cyber Gamer Premier League Land Finals at the Australian Technology Park.